Good afternoon students, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will start the properties of angles and lines, the same exercise, that is exercise 25b. In the previous session some questions were solved from this exercise and some questions were left. So we will solve today the remaining portion, that is remaining questions from your exercise 25b. So first question is question number 3. First question is question number 3. So it states that if angle 1 equals to 120 degree, find the measures of angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6, angle 7 and angle 8. Give reasons. So angle 1 120 degree is given. So this is the diagram of question number 3. Angle 1 is given 120 degree. So given angle 1 equals to 120 degree. So if angle 1 is 120 degree, see this angle is given 120 degree, this angle is given 120 degree. So if this angle is 120 degree, this is the angle 3, so angle 3 is also 120 degree because these are vertically opposite angles. So angle 3 also 120 degree. Clear? The reason is that angle 1 and angle 3 vertically opposite angles, so angle 1, if angle 1 is 120 degree, angle 3 is also 120 degree because they are vertically opposite angles. Next, now see, if angle 1 is 120 degree, say angle 1 and angle 2, these are adjacent angles. Angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent angles and also they are linear pair. Angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent angles, also these two are linear pair because the sum of angle 1 and angle 2 is 180 degree. If the sum of any two angles is 180 degree, then the angles are known as linear pair of angles. So angle 1 and angle 2, the sum of these two angles is 180 degree, therefore angle 1 and angle 2 are linear pair of angles. So we have angle 1 120 degree, then we can easily calculate the angle 2. So angle 1 plus angle 2 is 180 degree because they are linear pair of angles. Linear pair of angles. Now angle 1 given, it is 120 degree plus angle 2 180 degree, therefore angle 2 will be 180 degree minus 120 degree, therefore angle 2 is 60 degree. Therefore angle 2 is 60 degree. So now if angle 2 is 60 degree, angle 4 is also 60 degree because angle 2 and angle 4 are vertically opposite angles and we know vertically opposite angles are equal. So if angle 2 is 60 degree, then angle 4 will also 60 degree. Therefore angle 4 will also 60 degree. Reason is that angle 2 and angle 4 are vertically opposite angles. So we have angle 2, angle 3 and angle 4. Next remaining angles are 5, 6, 7, 8. Now see, angle 1, this is the angle 1, this is the angle 1 and this is the angle 8. See, angle 1 and angle 8, angle 1 and angle 8, they are allied angles. Angle 1 and angle 8. Carefully see those two angles, angle 1 and angle 8. Angle 1 and angle 8, they are allied angles and we know the sum of allied angles is 180 degree. Not only they are allied angles, but they are exterior allied angles because angle 1 and angle 8, they are in exterior portion and they are allied also. So angle 1 and angle 8 are exterior allied angles and we know that the sum of exterior allied angles is 180 degree. That means exterior allied angles are supplementary. Exterior allied angles are supplementary. So angle 1 plus angle 8, we can write angle 1 plus angle 8 equals to 180 degree. So we can write that angle 1 plus angle 8 is 180 degree because they are exterior allied angles. Exterior allied angles, and we have angle 1 as given 120 degree, therefore we can easily calculate angle 8. Therefore angle 8 will be 180 degree minus 120 degree, therefore angle 8 will be 60 degree. Therefore angle 8 will be 60 degree. Therefore we have got the angle 8. Now if angle 8 is 60 degree, angle 6 will also be 60 degree, because angle 8 and angle 6 are vertically opposite angles, and we know vertically opposite angles are equal. Therefore we can write that angle 6 will also be 60 degree, because angle 8 and angle 6 are vertically opposite angles. Angle 8 and angle 6 are vertically opposite angles, so angle 6 is also 60 degree. Now if angle 6 is 60 degree, this angle 5 and angle 6 are linear pair of angles, just like angle 1 and angle 2, they are linear pair of angles. So here also angle 5 and angle 6 will be linear pair, and sum of linear pair is 180 degree. So we can write angle 5 plus angle 6 is 180 degree. So I am going to erase this because I need space. So erasing this portion, so we can write angle 5 plus angle 6 equals to 180 degree, because they are linear pair of angles. Linear pair of angles. They are linear pair of angles. Next, the value of angle 6 was 60 degree. So just write 60 degree in place of angle 6. The value of angle 6 was 60 degree. Therefore we will write 60 degree in place of angle 6. Therefore angle 5 will be 180 degree minus 60 degree. Therefore angle 5 will be equals to 120 degree. So angle 5 will be 120 degree. So see, this is angle 5, this is 120 degree. Now if angle 5 is 120 degree, angle 7 will also be 120 degree, because angle 5 and angle 7 both are vertically opposite angles. So angle 7 will also be 120 degree. Therefore we will write that angle 7 will also be 120 degree, because angle 5 and angle 7 are vertically opposite angles. Just write here vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Angle 5 and angle 7 are vertically opposite angles. So we have got all these angles. That's why what we will do the answers. We will solve this question like this, one by one. So we have got angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6, angle 7, and as angle 8. All the angles are calculated. Next question, question number 4. Question number 4. Question number 4 is in the figure given alongside, find the measure of the angles denoted by x, y, z, p, q, and r. So this is the figure. This is the diagram given. We have to calculate all these angles. So one angle is given, that is this angle is 100 degrees given. So if this is 100 degree, this angle will also be 100 degree, because both these angles are vertically opposite. So q will be 100 degree. So q will be 100 degree. Angle q will be 100 degree. Clear? Because these angles are vertically opposite. So if this is 100 degree, so q will also be 100 degree, because these angles are vertically opposite. So we have got the value of q. Just write q equals to 100 degree. No need to give angle sign. Q equal to 100 degree. Now if this is 100 degree, see 100 degree and this is the angle p. So these two angles are linear pair of angles. So 100 degree plus p equal to 180 degree. So there we can calculate the value of p. So just write 100 degree plus p equal to 180 degree. Just write angle p. Angle p, because these are linear pair of angles. So here calculate. So 100 degree, substitute the value 100 degree, 180 degree minus 100 degree. So angle p will be equal to 80 degree. Therefore you can write p equals to 80 degree. So we have got p equal to 80 degree. Now if p equal to 80 degree, this x will also be 80 degree, because angle p and angle x are vertically opposite angles, and vertically opposite angles are equal. So if p equal to 80 degree, then x will also be 80 degree. Therefore x will also be 80 degree, because they are vertically opposite angles. Angle p and angle x are vertically opposite angles. So we have got p, x, and q. We have got the value of p, the value of q, and the value of x. Remaining values are y, z, and r. Now see, this is the 100 degree value. We have got all these values. So this is the y, this is r, and this is z. See, this is 100 degree and this is y. Now see very carefully the angle y and angle 100 degree. This is the angle y, this is the angle y, and this is the 100 degree. See carefully these two angles. So these two angles are exterior allied angles. Angle y and angle 100 degree. These two angles are exterior allied angles. These two angles are exterior allied angles. So we can say the sum of the exterior allied angle is supplementary, we know. So y plus 100 degree will be equal to 180 degree. There we can calculate the value of y. So y plus 100 degree, this is equals to 180 degree, because these two are exterior allied angles. These two are exterior allied angles. So sum of these angles will be equal to 180 degree. Therefore we can calculate just angle y. So angle y will be equal to 180 degree minus 100 degree. Therefore angle y will be equal to 80 degree. Therefore y will be 80 degree. So calculate, we have calculated the value of y. Now if y is 80 degree, see y and r, they are linear pair of angles. Y and r, they are linear pair of angles, and sum of the linear pair is 180 degree. So we can write y plus r equal to 180 degree. From there we can calculate the value of r. So angle y plus angle r, this is 180 degree, because y and r, they are linear pair of angles. So y plus r equal to 180 degree. Now value of y is 80 degree plus this is r equal to 180 degree. So calculate the value of r. This is 180 degree minus 80 degree. Therefore angle r will be equal to 100 degree. So angle r will be 100 degree. Therefore we can write here r equal to 100 degree. So we have got r equal to 100 degree. Now if r equal to 100 degree, z will also be 100 degree, because angle r, angle z are vertically opposite angles, and vertically opposite angles are equal. So z equal to z will be also 100 degree. So we can write, therefore z will be 100 degree, because vertically opposite angles are equal. So if angle r is 100 degree, angle z will also be 100 degree, because angle r and angle z both are vertically opposite angles. Clear? So we have got the value of angle z and angle r also. So all the values are calculated. Next question. Question number 5. Question number 5. Question number 5 given. Use the figure given alongside. Fill in the blanks. So this is the figure given, and we have to fill in the blanks. First angle x, angle z, and angle p. So see, if this is 60 degree angle, angle x will also be 60 degree, because these two angles are corresponding angles. So this is the parallel line, this is the transversal. Clear? This is also a transversal. So this angle is 60 degree, this angle is also, that means angle x will also be 60 degree, because they are corresponding angles. So just write angle x is 60 degree, because they are corresponding angles, and corresponding angles are equal. So 60 degree is angle x will also be 60 degree. So this is the value. So just write 60 degree here. Next angle z. Now if angle x is 60 degree, this z is also 60 degree, because this is the parallel line, this is the transversal. So these two angles are corresponding angles, because they are on the same side. This is the transversal, and these two angles are on the same side. So if two angles are on the same side of the transversal, they are corresponding angles, and corresponding angles are equal. So we can say angle z equal to 60 degree. So z will also be 60 degree, because x and z, they are corresponding angles. So z is also 60 degree. Now if z is 60 degree, p is also 60 degree, because angle z, angle p, they are vertically opposite angles. This angle z, angle p, they are vertically opposite angles. So if angle z is 60 degree, angle p will also be 60 degree, because they are vertically opposite angles, and vertically opposite angles are equal. So angle p will also be 60 degree. Clear? Next one, question number 6. Question number 6. Next question, question number 6. Question number 6 given. In the figure given alongside, find the angle shown by x, y, z and w. Give reasons. So we have to find x, y, z and w also. See, this is the 115 degree given. So if this is 115 degree, this angle will also be 115 degree, because these two are vertically opposite angles. this is the parallel line and this is the transversal. So transversal and parallel line both intersect at this point, and these two angles are opposite to each other. Therefore these two angles are vertically opposite angles, and vertically opposite angles are equal. So on that concept we can write angle x equal to 115 degree. So x will be 115 degree. Now next see, this angle y will be also be 70 degree, because these two angles are vertically opposite angles, just like this. This is the parallel line, this is the transversal, and they both meet at this point. So these two angles are opposite to each other, so y will also be 70 degree, because these two angles are vertically opposite to each other and vertically opposite angles are equal, so y will also be 70 degree. Therefore we can write y is 70 degree. Next, if this is the 70 degree, this is the angle z, so this z angle will also be 70 degree, because these two angles are alternate angles. These two angles are alternate angles, and we know that alternate angles are equal. We know that alternate angles are equal. So if this is the 70 degree angle, this will also be 70 degree. So z will also be 70 degree. Or you can do just like this is the first method of finding the z. Another method is that suppose this is the y and this is the z and this is the transversal. So these two are corresponding angle also. So on the basis of two concepts you can calculate the value of z. First concept is these two angles are alternate angles, because this is the transversal, this is the transversal. So this angle is one side of the transversal, this angle is on another side of the transversal. So they are alternate angles. So if this is 70 degree, this will also be 70 degree. That is the first method. Second method is that just this is the transversal, this is the parallel line. So if this is the y, this is the value of y is 70 degree. So z will also be 70 degree, because these two angles are corresponding angle, because these two angles are on the same side of the transversal. So these two angles are corresponding angles, and we know corresponding angles are equal. So on that concept, angle z will also be equal to y, and y is 70 degree, so z will also be 70 degree. So that is the two method for finding the value of z. So x is 115 degree, z is 70 degree, and y is also 70 degree. Next, w, value of w. So this is the w, this is w. Now see, this is the 115 degree angle, so this is w. Now these two angles are also alternate angle, like in this case. So these two angles are also alternate angles, so alternate angles are equal. So if this is 115 degree, w is also 115 degree. This will also be 115 degree. That is the first method. Second method is that this is the parallel line, these two are parallel line, and this is the transversal. So angle x and angle w, this is the corresponding angles, because these two angles are on the same side of the transversal. So if angle x is 115 degree, so w will also be 115 degree, because corresponding angles are equal. So based on two concepts, corresponding angles and alternate angles, we can calculate these values. So these are the values of angles. Clear? So this is how we will solve this type of questions. All these questions are based on corresponding angles, alternate angles, exterior alternate angles, allied angles. These part were actually very important. So exercise 25b solved. In the next session we will solve the next exercise, that is exercise 25c. Thank you.